Friends, how are you doing? By the way, this is Samuel Amatia Man with another session of Key 77. And I'm here with one great friend of mine and a counselor in London, Mr. Peter Kinofori. We started a topic with him a week ago on abuse. Great topic, very knowledgeable, and we are here to continue with the same session again. But this time we're going to go deeper because we talked about it. We realized that how can you even spot an abuser in the first place? Who is an abuser? So sometimes people go into relationships and not even know that they are going into a relationship with somebody who's an abuser. That's why we are trying to talk about it today. And by the way, you can say hi to my friend, very, very great friend, Mr. Peter Kinofori. How are you, Peter Kin?
Well, I'm great. I'm great, Samuel. And thanks again for having me on the show.
We
Um,
appreciate you, man. You are such a live wire, man. We had a lot of good feedback from your last session, and we really
thank
appreciate
you,
this, man.
thank you. Right. So as we introduced, the last time I think we had a kind of one segmented talk of abuse where we kind of ran through almost every segment of abuse. But for today's session, what I'm going to try to do, Samuel, is to try and make it a lot more succinct, a lot more meaningful,
Got it.
and start from the beginning, as we will say. So I think abuse in a relationship is what this whole series is going to talk about.
Yes.
And like I said, it's always important to start from the beginning. And so the question is, how do abuse start in a relationship?
Okay.
Um, or how do you actually? I think it's more important, how do you spot an abuser before we even go into the relationship?
Exactly.
And I think that is what is important for the purpose of the book that you've written,
Yep.
and getting into a relationship that you are hoping will lead into marriage, and which may be long lasting. How do you spot somebody that is going to turn out to be abusive? Um, you will know, Samuel, that most abusive persons do not come with the word written on their forehead, right? So
Exactly.
right from the beginning of the relationship, um, I always say two people meet. So for abuse to happen, they have to be two persons in a relationship meeting for the first time, right? So we will have the abuser and their victims meeting for the first time, and then the relationship commences. Now, one thing you must always look out for, or you must understand, is that for a relationship to form, needs to meet.
Okay.
So one or both parties have needs that they want the other party to meet. Okay,
Okay.
that is the basic formation of a relationship. What do I need? And when I met my wife, and what did she need when she saw me? Our need met, right? That is why we don't go around proposing to every woman we meet, because there are for a man point of view, the moment I see a particular woman, right from this, they may not have even spoken, but for whatever reason, I know that is not the type of woman that I want to be with. And it is the same for a man, that they may not even have spoken, they don't know them, but by just their sheer appearance or mannerism, somebody can actually pick up to say, this is not the kind of man that I want to be with. Right. So at that point, what I can say is that their basic needs have not met.
Got
Some
it.
people will say chemistry, whatever. I mean, whichever way you want to put it, but the needs to be present. So for a need to met, I need to identify what I need in a woman, and a woman needs to identify what they need in a man. So a man or the abuser will have a need to find a woman that they can overpower and
Okay.
have that sense of satisfaction that they have overpowered them and they are in control of their life despite their strength. Right. So that's one of the first thing that somebody who is an abuser will be looking for. Abuser don't go for people that are already flat, that have no self-confidence, that have nothing that they will have to fight to overpower.
Got it.
Right. So if you have been in a situation where you have been looking at people, women that have been in an abusive relationship, and you go at the beginning of their life, you will note that right from the beginning of the relationship, it will be the victim that was in control of the relationship.
Hmm.
It will be the victim
That's strange.
that went into the relationship with all the confidence. It will be the victim that went to the relationship with most friends. It will be the victim that went to the relationship with a loving family and a closer family net. It will be the victim that went to the relationship controlling her finance or the finance of the family. It will be the victim that went to the relationship actually running the home at the beginning of the relationship. If you go back to the genesis of the relationship, and as
Wow.
time goes on and abuse take over, the victim will lose all those qualities.
Got
Right.
it.
So the question now comes: How do you spot? And it start off with, at the beginning, you need to look at what is it that you are taking into the relationship, and what is it that the abuser is bringing into the relationship. Right from the beginning, you need to be able to identify what the two of you are bringing. You will find that the abuser brings, right, let me say, the victim, the future victims bring all this, and they bring friends, they bring family unity, they bring confidence, they bring innovation, they bring homeliness, right? They bring they control their finances, and they have all the things that will make the abuser very comfortable. And what the abuser will bring in right at the beginning is compliment, right?
Yep.
Very helpful, very giving, very, they may not bring many friends, but they will compliment you to be friends of almost all your friends. Whereas you, the future victim, tend not to know most of their friends, of the abuser's friends,
Okay. That's eye-opening.
right? So you may know one or two of the abuser's very close friends, but even that information from the abuser is a potential abuser, getting to know a lot more about them is very difficult, very fragmented, right? So they don't bring a lot of things in. So most of the questions that I will ask new couples looking to get married when I get to I get to meet them is, what are you bringing into the relationship? And a lot of them
Okay.
will be thinking, oh, I'm bringing a lot of them were thinking about it from the point of material, but that is not the question itself. What are you bringing? What are you bringing? Compliments? Are you bringing love? Are you bringing friends? Are you bringing families? Loving families? Not that they are going to be in the relationship, but are they there backing you? and you will find that the one that is likely to be the potential abuser lacks most of those things. But they are going to begin by complementing whatever the future victim is bringing, and they bring the lot. Right?
So are you saying that most times the future victim brings in a lot more than the abuser?
At the beginning of the relationship, yes.
Got it.
Right? But what the abuser does is that he brings out the strength of the future victims. Right?
Okay.
So he highlights how organized they are in the home. So without my wife Linda, this home will not be as clean as it is today,
Got it.
because Linda controls the home. So he had not brought cleanliness into the home, but he's not there complimenting and actually bigging up his wife for the cleanliness and how the home is controlled. Linda is the one that is managing our finances, and without her, we probably won't be able to buy the car. Without her, we will probably be able to do this, do that. So they are staying back and watching and actually measuring up your strength, the victim's strength, and how much they can go, and complementing it. But at that same time, what you will find is that they will be taking a lot. They will take the good, the bad, and the ugly from the victim. They will not begin to show any form of aggression. Um, uh, in that same period, what you will find is that they will commence what we call, the psychologists will call, recruiting flying monkeys. This time before. So they will start becoming a lot more closer to your friends. They'll become a lot more closer to your families. They will not begin to castigate them to you, to your friends and family at the onset. But they are not only winning the love of the trust and confidence of their future victims, they are winning the trust of confidence of their close people.
Got it. So that if anything happens, they have their trusts.
Yes.
So
But
you
then,
have no leg to stand on as the
yes,
abuser, abused.
yes. But then what also happens is that they are so good at making you feel that you can trust them, to the point that a future victim begin to sell them to sell them high to their families. They don't go selling themselves. They will show how good they are. And then the future victim begin to see nothing wrong with them. So they will sell them big. So Peter is the best man that I could have met. He drops me off at work. He picks me. He washes the clothes. He dries them. He does the ironing. He does everything that I ask him to do. So all your strength, and what you will now begin to see as all your strength has been identified, is that this potential abuser is now going to come in to begin to complement you. So if you are running the home successfully, they will come in to come and want to help you do it better. Right?
Got it.
They are taking some of the burden off you, and it's wonderful. My husband is helping me clean the house. If you go to shop alone, they will help you, drive you there, even if they're not going to do the shopping. They will follow you around quiet whilst you waste your time shopping. Right? You waste the whole time shopping, and they look like the best after sliced bread. I mean, if you meet me and my wife in shopping from the day we met to today, I become grumpy after 45 minutes.
That's standard. That is
That has
standard.
not changed from from the time we met.
From the time we met, I know.
So after the moment she turned one item round 3 times, you are taking the box. And she knows after 30 minutes, you start moving further away from me. These people will spend 3 hours following you shopping, and there will be no anger,
Wow.
right? They will do all the things. So if we are friends, and I'm going to use myself and you as an example,
Okay.
and I am going to be the potential abuser, and I'm following Linda shopping for 3 hours, and I meet you and Rebecca with a grumpy face. What is Rebecca going to say is that, hey, look at how Peter is holding your Linda's bag and quietly following, and look at Sammy standing there with his grumpy face.
Mm-hmm.
What has happened here is I am selling myself to Rebecca. I am that good man that Rebecca think you should be,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I am buying my time here. Okay. So the abusers, right from the beginning, will begin to infuse into all your strength that you brought into the marriage or into the relationship in a bid to help you. And that is where you begin to sell them good to yourself and then to your family. And at the same time, what you see is that they have actually become better friends with almost all your friends than you had ever been. You see your friends, the potential victims' friends, calling your husband or your partner to ask about you. They will call their phone to be chatting, and then they will pass the phone to you. Can we talk to this person? You should begin to pick that what is happening here. These things are not coincidental, right? And there are some very good men out there who will not take advantage, who are naturally like that. But Sammy, from my experience, statistics tells me that most of the relationship that starts like that, the people that don't come in with anything, that don't come in with friends, that don't come in with family, that don't come in with um things that will enhance their life, but all of a sudden has become so good,
Hmm.
enhancing yours, you should begin to ask the question, why have they not been that good in bringing the ones theirs into this relationship? Right.
100%. I agree.
For me, that is my first red light. Why have they not been so good in bringing their friends? Why have they not been so good in bringing their sisters? Why they become so close and loving to my sister? Yet they are not even calling their own sisters and having a chat and a laugh with them. Why
I like
have
that.
so you do those are the things that you just pick up as a red flag, and you begin to question, and you begin to open your eye to see, where is this leading? Is it going to lead us into something, an unknown territory? So at the I mean, um for 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 any new couple, one of the things that I will ask them to read and understand about abusers, or how to spot them, is to read things about how narcissists behave, how self-centered they are, how everything that they do it because they want to be complimented for it. They don't do it because they want to make you happy, but they do it because they want to have
Hmm.
They want to be seen to be the person that they want everybody to see. So if they are not going to get any benefit from it, you see them not doing it. They become a lot more nicer when they see your friends, but reclusive when they go inside.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Some of them will not speak to you all the morning because they are tired. The moment somebody comes in, they come around pretending to be the best thing that has happened while you live in the same house. Little things that you should pick as the relationship is forming and developing.
I have an
Yeah.
example. Can I ask you about this one?
Yeah.
So let's say if a guy and a lady are in a relationship, they haven't yet even done an engagement.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, all of a sudden, let's say I decide to text this lady because I know we are actually progressing the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady doesn't respond. But all of a sudden, the guy gets angry, like so angry, to the extent of throwing tantrums. Is that a red flag? Is that a sign to look out
It
for?
is. It is a huge red flag.
Okay.
One thing that people who are potentially going to be abusers in a relationship, one thing that they cannot hide, they try to overcome it by being nice and friendly, but one thing they cannot hide is their lack of emotional intelligence.
Got it.
Most victims, most abusers have very poor uh, emotional intelligence, and that is something that you have to develop. So the only reason that they may begin to show the anger is because probably the abuser think that they have done enough to have taken control of these persons and to put some fear into that person that when my text message comes and he sees it, he should respond. And their expectation has not been met. So they are not in control. Maybe they've gone ahead of themselves. Hence the anger. Right? So it is a huge red flag. I mean, if anybody is going to throw tantrums in a relationship, right, between two people, two adults, I will call it a red flag. They don't stop.
Exactly.
Okay, these things don't stop. If somebody don't respect you enough to get so angry that they will throw a tantrum, I mean, it's not going to stop when you are even closer and you have a closer proximity. I will see that as a huge red flag going forward in the relationship.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. I know I have a few more questions, but I know our time is gone.
Yep.
We've already done about 23 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a great topic. I'm loving it. I'm loving
Yeah.
it. This has to continue.
Yeah.
This
Sure.
is really an eye opener. I love this, man. Pete, look.
Sure. So I guess maybe we can continue the same topic along the line and pick some
Yes,
of the signs that people should look out for before they fully commit into
a
into
relationship.
into a relationship that is potentially going to turn abusive in the future.
And what I'll do next time is that I'll even bring more examples of people because I talked to a lot of people. They reached out to me. They reach out to you. We bring some of these examples out so people can also know and watch out for these signs.
Yeah, sure.
Let
Sure.
us know if it's going to be a good deal or a bad deal.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Sure.
Man, Peterkin, we appreciate you so much. You are such a
Thank you, Sammy.
great friend. And thank you, guys. We appreciate you. We're going to be back again next week, same time. Thank you, Mr. Ofori, Mr. Peterkin. We really appreciate you. Please share the video. Share the video. Watch it. Comment. Let's know what else you want us to talk about. We're going to do our best to get that one taken care of too as much as possible. We appreciate you all. If you have any questions, go on our website, key77.com. And for more information, click on the links below and every information is out there. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Peter, God
Right.
bless you, man.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. But we're going to continue with some more. I know we're still on live. And the other time I had another question to do with another person who reached out to me because they said, even to do with cooking, boyfriend and girlfriend. The day she doesn't cook, the boy gets angry and mad. What do you think about that one?
You see, it's somewhat being angry is preparing somebody emotionally to be abused, right? So a lot of the time when you meet people that are abusers, and you've already seen how prepared this person is in accepting the person's anger. But when they came to you, they already started with what they don't do. That gets the person angry. So when I
Okay.
don't cook, then my boyfriend will get angry. So already the boyfriend is justifying their need to be angry at her when they don't cook, right?
Okay.
So a time will come, it becomes normalized that if I don't cook, then you are okay to get angry, right? So when a boyfriend gets angry and does something to them, they have normalized the abnormal in their life
Got it.
to the point that she thinks that the boyfriend not able to manage his emotions and getting angry is because she has not cooked, and therefore taking the blame for the boyfriend's anger, right?
Okay.
And as we go along, probably we will touch on topics where a lot of abusive women and men do not even know that they're in an abusive relationship because of
Okay.
how they've been prepared to be abused. As we go through this topic, we will talk about preparation,
Okay.
how victims are prepared to be abused. Victims do get prepared, otherwise, they cannot be abused if they are not prepared. And
Okay.
the typical example is what you just said, where your friend will say, "Oh, he'll get angry because I didn't cook," or he got really angry because I didn't respond to his text. They are laying the foundation to be angry, so you don't think that it is them getting angry,
Okay.
but because of what you've done. So, therefore, what he is telling you is that if you cook for me and when I get home and there's hot meal already, then I'm not going to get angry. So, you've laid a threshold of anger. So he has the right, he's gained the right to be angry when he comes home and there's no fresh food. Then
Wonderful.
he feels that he has the right to be angry. But what he has done is he's made you believe that he should get angry. So he has formed a threshold, prepared it, and have got you to buy into it.
Oh, okay.
It's part of the preparation to be abused. When you begin to receive the blame or accept the blame for the other person's conduct.